Turning our attention to Queensland's upcoming season, it's been a pretty good couple of years for the Bulls, but how are things shaping up from that point of view?
Yeah, our focus is very much to make sure that this season and then the season after and a period of time we continue the success that we've had in the last couple of years. As a group, we've identified the challenge not to be seen as just having had a good 18 months or a good couple of seasons. We want to make sure that this group of players creates a bit of a legacy and creates a bit of an era of success. A lot of us were playing youth cricket or junior cricket when the Queensland side won their first Shield in 94, 95 and then went on a bit of a golden run, and we very much want to try and create something like that, and it'll be exciting to do that with a new coach, Stuart Laurie, who was involved in that, so we'll draw on his experience, and with him we're hoping to be defending our titles and hopefully reclaim the Shield back from Tasmania from last season.
A couple of guys coming back, the likes of Ben Cutting after an injury plagued 2012-13 season. How's he shaping up?
Yeah, Cutsy's had a really good off-season. He's fit. I guess fast bowling is one of those things that you're always going to be plagued by injuries at different times, but he's as time goes by you start to learn what your body needs and how it operates and what you need to be able to play out on the park. So Cuts, he's about 25, 26 now. He's tasted international cricket. I think he liked it. He wants to get back there again. And he's becoming a real key member for us in all forms of the game. So his preparation's been good and we're expecting big things from him.
And what about from the batting side of things? Who do you expect to show some real signs of improvement this season?
Two guys in particular I think could have big seasons. I think one of them is Nathan Reardon. He's always been recognised as a one-day and 2020 player, a very good striker of the ball, clean hitter. He's just really matured in the last 18 months. He started to play Shield cricket for us last year and play in the middle order, and he showed some signs of being able to adapt his batting to different scenarios, and I think if he clicks, he could become a really a destructive middle order player for us. The type of player who, if he's going, can score quick runs, but also can work through and grind out an innings. And that's something he hasn't been able to do in the past, but I think he's actually worked it out. So he's a guy I reckon who could have a big season for us across all forms. And the other one's Peter Forrest, who was a bit light last year, having played for Australia the season before. And I can tell you his motivation and hunger to get back out there and prove a few people wrong is right up there.
You mentioned Stuart Law. How's he been around the group? He's only been with you for a short period of time to date, but what's his influence been like?
Laurie's been, he's worked his way into the group over the last couple of weeks and getting to know different personalities and different players and their strengths and weaknesses. But, the thing that straight away you get drawn to is how simple he keeps it. There's no nonsense, no fuss. It's about a good contest between bat and ball, and that sort of philosophy about doing the basics really well, and when you think you're doing them well, keep doing them well. It sounds very similar to something that Darren Lehman used to talk about. So, Laurie will put his own spin on it as we'd expect, and he brings with him a huge amount of respect, on the back of such a distinguished playing career, and here in Queensland. So I think once the boys have spent a bit of time around him, myself and James Hopes were lucky. We played a few games with him at the back end of his career. But once some of the younger guys get to know him, I think they're really going to really appreciate, his ideas on the game and the way he went about it as a player and now as a coach.
What about your own ambitions for the upcoming season, Chris?
Look, I wanted to make sure that I back up the last couple of seasons I've had for Queensland. I had a good season again last year for Queensland, both with the bat and with the gloves, and I want to make sure I'm contributing to Queensland winning games in all forms. And I still very much have a desire. I want to play Test cricket for Australia, so if I keep making sure that I'm putting those performances on the board, as we've seen in the last couple of seasons, guys get rewarded. The selectors pick players who are doing well. So I think the wicket-keeping position for Australia hasn't been completely settled over the last season or two, and I think if you can start the season well, then you never know, there could be an Ashes spot up for grabs.
Chris, thanks for being with us, and all the very best for the upcoming season. Look forward to catching up with you soon.
Thanks, mate.